Aha. It has audio. Okay. Huzzah! That only took 5 or 10 minutes. All right. Let me put this thing where it's supposed to go. Stopped watching your streams about 6 months ago. Any big updates? Not much. Why the old title? I forgot to log in and change it. Ah, crap. I got it. Whoops. Is it true that property owners keep 30% of their property vacant to write it off as a tax loss? So, you know, one thing that I've been thinking about, wondering, did I actually point this the right way? I think I pointed this the wrong way. That would be really dumb. It's the thing with cardioid mics is you have to figure out which way they actually point. Ah! Shut up, computer. How many days without camera? Permanently. That thing's dead. I think I've always wondered if the reason that a lot of property owners keep certain properties vacant is because they don't want to deal with property taxes. So my guess is that if a property's been vacant for a certain amount of time, that they will, I mean, if a property is vacant, that they will have to pay less property tax, so they get a deal of paying less property tax. That's my guess, because when I look between 5th and 6th Avenue and I see that all these properties are vacant, it doesn't make sense to me as to why that would be the case. I could also just not have any idea what I'm talking about. There's also that. Okay, where are we? All right. This board has no backlight. We're going to start off with something easy today. Paul has a no backlight, but he's avoiding it. Paul actually has a no backlight. He's saying, I want a no backlight. However, Paul has a no backlight, and he's been purposely avoiding it the entire day. Paul is fighting. Paul, that isn't no backlight. Just look at it, man. He doesn't believe me anymore. I guarantee you it's a no backlight. He doesn't believe me. Whatever, I earned that. I know that I earned that. Okay, let's take a look at this beautiful no backlight board. Same as always. Feedback ball. Corroded, corroded. No boost because feedback ball was crap. Yep. Correct, Aaron. Good guess. How is it always the same ball? What are the chances? Well, it's always the same ball because the backlight output is going to be the area that has the highest voltage. And the area with the highest voltage is going to be the one that corrodes first in the case of liquid. I got some. Shame feedback ball wasn't in the middle. You shut your mouth. You shut your damn mouth. No, no, don't give them any ideas. They do that with the new ISL 95530 and the 12-inch. The pads that you need to run wires to are the pads that are on the inside of the chip. Great. That's exactly what we need. More of you to give Apple great ideas. You keep giving Apple great ideas. I don't still drink on the job, no. I messed up there. Okay. Take a look at what that ball looks like in the bottom right. No, I don't drink anymore at all. What? What? What about? Yeah, what about? I don't send it back. That doesn't tell me anything. Those balls do look deformed. But what about it? No. I refuse to accept that. No, figure it out, man. You got Okay, anyway. Much better. Get the no, you replaced the transistor on it. You asked for it, I saw it, I know. Take that, put it on the table, open it up. Yes. Yes, take it, open it, put it over there. Yes. Oh, Jesus Christ. All right. Ah. Mm-hmm. No, Jason's long gone, you res. Somebody who wanted to intern. Who's driving me up a wall. Yeah, that's the one that had no keyboard. Either way, just take it back and make it turn on. Bah. Losing it. I did a video in 2015 on not taking interns. Why did 2018 Lewis ignore 2015 Lewis? I think I ripped off a resistor since I was raging. Oh, these devices. Why don't you have a burrito intern? Didn't your 2017 self say you wouldn't hire a fan, and yet Paul is there? Paul, that's a great question. Paul is not a fan. Paul was a viewer. There's a big difference between a fan and a viewer. A viewer watches, consumes, enjoys or doesn't enjoy, and gets what they need from it and leaves. A fan is somebody who shows up in my store going, "I want all your stuff. Can I take a selfie?" That's a big difference. Viewers are fine. And Paul's a really good guy. I would never use the F word on him. I like Paul. I think Paul's a respectable person. Fix something. Make your desk dirty again.
It's gonna stay this clean, and I'm gonna fix something.
Make. Okay. Is Okay. Let's see. Yes.
No offense.
Hmm. Mm-hmm.
Help if I could actually have some schematics. Just saying.
You have a computer. All right. Let's see if we have a backlight on this one.
This is an issue with TP bus G3 high.
Have you measured to know?
Well, I'm gonna check first. My assumption is it probably is. There's something probably missing.
This DCN board is burned. Lame. All right, I'm gonna get a DCN board and then we can test. Let's see. Where do I have a DC? Ah, here we go. Bada bing. What? Oh, let's throw it under the microscope. The guy said it was just a couple of pins that were corroded. All right, before I plug in this no backlight one, which by the way has a backlight actually. Let me show you the backlight. So I don't even need the DCN board now. Flashing folder. Let me show you this car door opener that somebody sent me. Okay, I don't know. What should I mention first? Sorry, this has been kind of a boring stream. So the first thing to go over here, don't send me a car door opener. I have no way to test this. I don't work on these things. I don't have a car that I can plug this into. And even if I could fix this, you probably wouldn't want to pay me what it is I would charge for it. Secondly, what is this? What the hell is this? No! Look, that's corroded. That's corroded. That's corroded. That's corroded. That's corroded. That's corroded. That's downright rusted. This is just like what am I supposed to do with this? Well, what am I supposed to do? Like, I'm gonna get my car door opening donor board and put stuff on it for this. By the way, whoever put this together solders like I do. Look at that capacitor, nice and crooked the way it's supposed to be. Look at the corner. My God. And the thing is that like this entire board cost something like $300. I'm not I'm not fixing this for $50. I'm not fixing this for $300. Hell no. This is not something that I fix. This is something that Paul fixes. Put it right here. He won't mind. Love it. Okay, up next is a machine that the intern fucked up.
No, I didn't work on that.
Next machine is something that the intern fucked up. I'm in the middle of showing somebody how to fix it. He's like, I'm going to finish this. Now it don't turn on anymore. Yeah, what? What?
I only replaced what he was going to replace.
What?
I did exactly what you told me to do.
Oh, it's me.
No.
Oh, that's why it doesn't turn on.
No. The thing I replaced and I touched is not going to make this thing not turn on.
Can I assault minors on camera? All right, let's see. Okay, 820-3662. Didn't recognize keyboard. Replaced FET for keyboard. Now dead. Let's figure out why. Okay. 0.002, which is typically missing PM sleep S4L. It's looping between 0 amps and 0.0002. So this is probably still wet from the ultrasonic. Did you put this in the oven after ultrasonic? How long?
This thing went in there for like 40 minutes because someone reset it.
I'm betting it still probably has some alcohol under a chip that we can't see.
How is that even possible?
Because you could see it's power cycling. All right. Let's open up a schematic and a board view for the 820-3662.
They want to see me.
Nobody gets to see you. Damn straight. I'll take the title of bully for now. He bullied my board. This poor little board.
You said this is from the ultrasonic? This is
The
my
one that you
fault.
said is no fix actually works.
What the heck?
And the one that he said works is actually dead.
Wait, what do you mean?
Tilt camera away.
Tilt camera towards or away? Go get killed by Steve. Steve is kidding. Steve is going to murder him. I can't help listening to this conversation. Oh my god. Oh. Okay. Okay, so we have a green light. We have a green light, which means PP3V42 is present. Okay, we have a green light. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We have a green light. Did Steve kill him yet?
Where's the door?
Oh, I put it where it belongs.
Oh, God,
No,
no.
the ticket says something like this thing is about $300 to replace, so hopefully you can fix it economically.
It would be $400 for us to fix it.
Yeah. I wouldn't fix that for $300.
No, that's
That's literally the entire board, every single piece. All right, so
Go to the junkyard and pay $150 and get one.
yeah, that's the right thing to do. Ah, what happened to my microscope camera? What?
That needs to happen.
No. I mean, not the microscope camera. I mean the multimeter. Oh, my scene got deleted. No way in hell. Oh, yeah, today's not my day. Today's not my damn day. Oh, son of a... There we go. But wait. Why are you taking up my whole screen? All right. PP bus, G3 hot. So PP bus G3 hot is switching between 10 volts and nobody's going to at least make this thing stop ringing. Jesus Christ. Friggin' phone. Not my day. Okay. So PP-G3 hot is not steady. That's problem number one. But the question is, why is PP-G3 hot not steady? What does the area that creates the PP bus look like?
This somehow comes back to me. Yeah, so I was lucky.
Charge your DC in. Everything here is measuring the way it's supposed to.
This has nothing to do with me. Don't blame it on me. Knowing my luck, it's probably going to turn on as soon as you play it.
Let's see if the voltage on the DC in rail is moving up and down as well. DC in rail is 18.58 volts. DC in going to the ISL, 18.3 volts. So PP bus is not staying stable. And obviously nothing else after it is going to turn on properly. Is there a short ahead of PP bus G3 hot? What the? Was that what I think it is? I just heard something go, "You've got mail." Background. Now let's see what the resistance to ground is on PP bus G3 hot. Seven 0.2 million ohms. So there's no short to ground, but it's intermittently turning on and off. And current sensing works. I got withdrawal symptoms from lack of kitty videos. I'll have to put a new one up, Ian. All right, so some replacement stuff happened here. What if we remove that? Okay, so when we take off that transistor, it turns on. We're getting, okay, we're not getting fan spin, but it's taking 0.5 amps in the charger. So let's see what that thing's for, because that seems to have been it. Visual inspection for the win here. Visual inspection did that. Okay. So what was that piece for? That was the... This is where PP3V3S5 gets turned into PP3V3S4. What? Now maybe PP3V3S4 is a short on it. You think PP3V... You think that's why the keyboard transistor got destroyed? So this was a board that had the keyboard transistor destroyed. The keyboard transistor is what sends PP3V3S5 to PP3V3S4 so that the keyboard can work. But that transistor had a hole in it, so we replaced it, and now it was dead. This is actually making sense.
So it has nothing to do with me.
No, it does have something to do with you.
What did I do?
You didn't check for a short to ground before putting a new transistor.
You literally just told me to replace it because you had already done it.
If I had Omega beams. Anyway, so you ever watch the animated Adventures of Superman, Batman? Batman,
Oh,
Superman?
I used to. Yeah.
Like from the 1992 to 1997?
Yeah. Now I'm talking about
Remember Darkseid? You have to watch the Darkseid ones.
what does he look like?
I'm Darkseid, you're Dan Turpin. The Darkseid was the... He was the... I forget, I don't know. He has like the gray skin and the red eyes, the weird blue boots and all that. Lord of Apocalypse. I missed it. Anyway, so let's see. So the drain of this transistor is going to be pin 1. And that's going to be the bottom. Batman Beyond cartoon was way better. Yeah, I agree. 1x5, the ending with Mr. Freeze. That was a cartoon. So it seems like we have 0 ohm short to ground on output, which is why that thing blew in the first place. And that also explained why we had no keyboard and trackpad. But the thing is, we don't have the keyboard or the trackpad plugged in, so what is it that could actually be shorting to ground? It's not a lot. Well, it could be that resistor goes to the trackpad. It could be U4850. U4850 is... Don't make me take out the thermal camera. All right, we'll do this thermal camera style. So let's figure out where the short is on this, and figure out why that keyboard chip originally died, and go from there. And then after that, we're going to get a burrito. But not before drinking some fresh water from my Under Armour bottle. Don't delay. No, I can't start chilling Under Armour. That's a little too much for me. Eli, the computer guy, should chill Under Armour. He's always wearing an Under Armour shirt.
Literally, Under Armour, Under Armour.
But regardless of whose you buy, you should get some sort of thermos. Or just some big water container that you don't always have to refill. Because if you do this all day and you're stuck in a board problem, you're not going to get up to get water if it's not right next to you. You'll just delay. And then you'll wind up getting dehydrated. It's no good for you. It's not a healthy way to live. I'm just saying. It's definitely improved for me. Even if you get some shitty glass Snapple bottle and just refill it with water over and over again. Okay.
Surprisingly hard to do.
What? Oh, you mean cutting it and... You got a really short one. Oh, you did it on purpose.
Because then I can just put
You're crazy.
Why would I go for a long one? Then it hits the ground and it's not in my reach.
Why don't you want a long one? Okay, so let's... This is the board that never ends.
It's a song that never ends. It goes on and on.
I feel bad. This board has been one thing after another. Remember the stream that I did for fixing the dude that had a problem with his Thunderbolt? Then he had another problem, and now he has this problem. This is the board that originally had no Thunderbolt. And you know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking that the no Thunderbolt may actually be related to this. What do you think the chances are that the no Thunderbolt issue is actually related to this no keyboard issue?
Probably slightly large.
I think we may actually be able to get this dude Thunderbolt. I do feel bad because that was like a week ago. So that we've come back to this board 2 or 3 times at this point. Feeling pretty dumb, especially if he's watching. I jinxed it because I know I said something. I fucked up and I said something like, "Oh, we can't mess up this one because he's watching." And well, yeah. Yeah, look at how that went, you dumb bastard. You stupid fuck. Okay. Next up, we're going to put 3 volts in here, and we're going to see what gets hot on that line.
Thermal camera.
Sadly, I feel ashamed using that thing. I feel like such a friggin' noob.
How come? Just been using the thermal camera.
Yes, it makes me feel noobish.
That makes no sense whatsoever.
Okay.
Ground is the one on the outside. On the inside is the plus.
Damn, I'm dumb. Hopefully that dude's not in chat today. If he is, he's probably gonna think we're a bunch of friggin' idiots. Mostly me. I'm the chief idiot. I am definitely the chief moron.
The outside goes on the black. And the
The-
inside goes on the red.
Yeah. The only the thing is, it's really difficult to get it to reach.
It's gonna reach.
But you just said it was short. So how is it gonna reach?
It's gonna reach because
This is not an appropriate conversation.
I'm gonna yank on it.
You're not yanking on anything, especially if it's not long yet. And that's definitely not an appropriate conversation to be having with an intern. So you cut that out. I don't want to hear anything about what's long or short. Okay. So we got the wires on the board, and we've got this thermal camera on the screen. And by thermal camera on the screen, I mean black on the screen.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna solder something onto this and make it proper. It's gonna be real proper. Oh yes, red and black wires. This is gonna be real proper right now.
Okay, so something's got to be getting warm on this friggin' thing. Well, what the F is it? Hey. That's something up here. I wonder if it's the Thunderbolt chip. Is it you bastard?
So this has nothing to do with me.
You didn't check for a short, mofo. We can always blame you. You're the new person. You don't understand how it works here.
No, Derek's the new one.
No. The new person gets blamed for everything.
Derek is
And for the last 10 months, that was Paul, and now it's you.
no, it's Derek. I came here before.
And for the first 4 years, it was me. So
My name is in your mouth more than my name is in my mouth.
it's probably both of your faults. I don't know what you did. I don't even know what you did, but it's probably something that... It's your fault for letting him do it. Either way, okay, come over here. We're going to learn how to find the short. So you know when electronics stop working, something gets really hot, or you see a spark or some shit like that? What do you think happens if you stab a fork into an electrical outlet?
Not necessarily anything unless you hit both.
What happens if you put a fork in an electrical outlet?
Shorts and explodes.
Yeah, so because all the electrons are trying to run from one side to the other. The whole way that you get anything to work on these boards is the electrons want to go to a certain place, and you give them a path. But before you give them the path, you say, okay, you have to do all this crap first. You have to go through my RAM and my SSD and all this other stuff. Now, if one of the components in between dies, it goes to ground prematurely, and all the electrons say, oh, look, a path to run to. And then it gets really hot because there's a lot of electricity going through it. So this cool thing over here is a thermal camera. It'll actually show what part is getting hot. So remember that chip that you replaced yesterday that had the little hole in it? So that chip that had the hole in it was burned because there was a short circuit in front of it. So too much power was trying to flow through it. So that little chip is a sissy. It died because this is not a sissy. It's like a 20-pound power supply. So I'm putting 3 volts through it right now, and then this overpriced crap camera that cost $900, but I got it for free via sponsorship. $900 for this pile of shit. Yeah, don't spend $900 on this shit. Anyway, there are better ones, but still. Fleer makes one for your phone, but it's not amazing. So the whole idea here is something on this board should get hot. So we got to figure out what it is, and it shows us the shit in different colors. It almost removes the requirement to think. So you see when I move the mouse around how I can see different numbers? Got 27, 28. So tell me if you can find the short on this board, and all of these people here are going to be watching. What? Oh, come on. I fuck shit up every day on camera. Okay, fine. We won't have the camera on your face then. No, you're not retarded. I'm retarded. I gave this. If you're retarded, that means I'm retarded because I hired you. I'm not retarded. I hired Steve, and Steve hired him, which means that Steve would be retarded, and I'm retarded. So that's even more insulting. Come on, sit down and find the short. Here, come on. Fix this shit. Here. Wait, now we're going to put the camera on you just for the fuck of it.
It's right there.
Sure. Here, come on. Yeah, sit down. Sit your ass. Okay. Okay, so what you're going to do, take the mouse, move the shit around the screen, and try to find the thing that's getting hot. Something has got to be getting hot because that's drawing 5 amps. So take the mouse. This is not the person that fucked it up, by the way. The person that fucked it up is on the other side of the camera. But he's a... I'm kidding. Here, big hug. No, big hug. Okay, so now you're going to have to move this thing around. To see, and obviously you could see the wires getting hot. All right. So something has... Now, here's another thing you can do with this cool software. See this random little thing that's... I don't know what the fuck it says? Click the button. And when you click the button, it's going to show you only the hottest parts of the screen. So that's kind of like a cheat. So when you think... you have to keep refreshing it. So hit it and then unhit it. Unhit it, yeah. Anyway, I have faith in you.
How I'm going to open this. They're going like this. And then we're going to there.
We're pulling for you. Steve is pouting. Is that Will Smith's son? Are you serious?
Okay, see, look.
They say way worse things about me. I'll show you my reported spam comments. Don't take. They compare me to. They compare me to Steel, that CS:GO player every day.
Is he a rapper?
No, I don't rap.
Flip.
Because I'm black, doesn't mean I rap.
Put your tongue on the wires.
Somebody said that?
Yeah, look.
No tongue on the wires. What the fuck's wrong with you people?
Suicidal fans do you have?
I told you, this is why I don't want to meet them.
Some raging 40-year-old. God.
Turn the board the other side. Let's see what's on the other side. Something's got to be getting warm. If you can't find the short, then we're going to give it to Paul.
Like literally, you said the hottest thing will show up on this one, right?
Yeah, you hit the button once and then again. Okay, now, what do you see up there? What's up? What's that? Wait, no, okay, we put the mouse cursor. Okay, now what does it say? You see how it said...
66.
And what does it say on the other part of the board? So like if... Hey, wait, no. Turn it around again. Just be careful with the wire. Okay, so what is the temperature over here?
17.
30. Yeah, let me full screen it again. So it's going to... So you see 40, 43, 41... And then when you do this, so try to see if you can find me the component that's burned, and don't touch it with your finger, because if you touch it with your finger, it's going to burn you. I made that mistake.
It's that right there. I don't know this one.
Okay, so now the next thing I do to try to figure out exactly which one it is, okay, we're going to switch over to the microscope camera.
Just feel it with your fingers.
What? No, that's what I told him not to do. The fuck? Stop trying to burn my new guy. What?
Like the unbox therapy Jack.
You could be like the Unbox Therapy Jack, the guy that gets blamed for everything. I feel bad for Unbox Therapy Jack. Okay, then the next thing we do
Let's reveal at 10 mil. How's that?
is you look at it under the microscope. Let me just put the camera on so that they can see it properly. Now, whatever component is the one that's that's carrying the most power, that's going to be the burned one to blame. Watch, is going when you pour alcohol on it, it's going to bubble. So I want you see. Here's the power supply. So you see the blue button on the power supply? Hit the blue button to turn it off. Okay, turn it off. Now pour alcohol on it and then turn it right back on, but pay attention to it while you have the alcohol on it. And you're going to be able to tell which component is the one that's blown up. Look, I'm making him fixes.
You took my alcohol? What do you mean?
This is going to be awesome. We also may have figured out why he had no Thunderbolt all along, but now it's too late because we only told him it was going to be 150 bucks. At least he's getting Thunderbolt now. This is an interesting one. Okay, you hit the button?
It's that 4 each for 15.
All right. Now, now I'll show you how we can see what the different possibilities are. Unbox Therapy Jack is probably rich. You're damn fucking straight he is. Okay, so this program now the short is on. Remember the chip that blew up yesterday that we were looking at?
Yeah.
So that was this one over here, Q8000, and this is the line that shorted, PP3V3S4. Now, whatever is broken has to be something along that line. So this software is going to show you all the different things that are on that line. So it's kind of weird. So these two capacitors were broken, PP3V3S4 Thunderbolt, and this thing was broken, which is also for Thunderbolt. So you said that it was this thing that looked burned and broken? Well, okay, what about these two? Do you see anything messed up looking on those capacitors? All right, so fun, right? It's like hide and go seek, except you get paid for it. All right, let's switch. Yeah.
Look how overthinking. How new is the intern?
Too big.
The intern is a different one. That's the person that you can't see.
Can't see me now.
I believe I could. What? They're fucking with you hardcore.
It wasn't my fault either.
Touching with just unbox sucks. Get the new guy insurance. How many times has he made you get him a burrito? One maybe.
Once.
Let's see. What time is it there?
7:13.
Your views are fun. I like them.
They're fucked up in the head.
I don't like the quiet ones. I like the savage ones. So.
Yeah. Put your tongue on the wire. Is that Will Smith's son? Really?
That's not the first time I've been mistaken.
Okay. They're just
Hey, Lewis, I'm way overthinking this, but this is amazing.
what?
I'm putting a red wire where the red thing goes and a black wire where the black thing goes, and I'm going to connect them all.
Let's see if it works in the end. Okay.
Probably not going to be working because the wire I'm using is really thin, right? Or it'll just get a little hot, you know what I mean?
Okay, we're gonna remove those in a moment.
That's fucked up, man.
Good.
I need to lose weight.
He's not fat. I'm fat.
You know what?
I'm the one that's fat. I am not a fat logic. Do you ever read Fat Logic on Reddit? It's one of my favorite subreddits. Fat Logic. Yeah, I think that's fine. Those caps aren't confirmed. Those caps aren't confirmed short. Why you do this? Does it really matter if they're confirmed short? I mean, look at what they look like. I'm not going to leave caps that look like that on a board that I'm charging money for. So that's really what it comes down to. It doesn't matter if they measure short.
The minute the channel hits 10 mil, they see my face.
We're going to do a face reveal of the intern if I get 1 million subscribers. How about that?
That's a deal. Do I get to shout my channel out on top of that?
Yeah, why not?
I'm gonna like buy you so many subscribers. You're gonna get like 1 million subscribers with like 300 viewer count on your live stream.
So bad. Come on. Scrapey, scrapey. No more rust.
You have extra work.
We sell wicks, so you should have extra.
You can buy that at store.rossmangroup.com.
That's not how you say it. You say it store.rossmangroup.com. Spread my wings and fly. God damn it. Now all you trolls got that shit stuck in my head. Why'd you have to bring up Will Smith for? Does the kid even have any basic electronics theory? No, he doesn't, but neither do I. What's an electron? Isn't electron a genre of music?
I had a middle school science.
He had middle school science.
We learned what a proton, electron, and nuclei
He knows what a proton, electron, and a nuclei
is.
are.
I can do the quick math.
I'll push that down later. We're going to flux that and make it nice in a place in a moment.
How about at 1 mil you get to see one of my board repairs?
At 1 million, you can see one of the intern board repairs. How about that?
I gotta learn better before 1 mil.
I saw the video from Edward Sarkisian. I liked it. I left a comment on that video. And you can see if you're interested. That's fine with me.
We'll throw in an extra offer that your order will actually get to you as you process it. That's it. That's it. That looks like quality right there. Use it. Right? Let's
Okay, now it's going to be time to put our transistor back on. Might as well confirm that the short is on. And yeah, short is out. Draw 0 amps.
Alright, let's see if this works. I'll put this. This charger doesn't have a light that works. I wasted all that time on something that doesn't have a light that works.
Did you get to your no backlight yet?
No.
I left you a no backlight.
Where is it?
It's the air.
I don't believe it.
It's going to be this one.
That air?
Yeah.
Because I have 2 airs.
Yeah, this has no backlight. This has no backlight.
This has no back.
You tell me why it has no backlight. Just don't plug in the original screen because it's bad, but it's going to be easy, bro. What do you mean? There's nothing missing.
Why is there a jumper wire?
What are you talking about?
Wait a second. I don't know this board. What is this board?
Can you plug in the microscopes camera so I can see?
164.
There's nothing missing there.
Don't peer underneath the box. What is this? What is this fuckery?
What are you talking about, fuckery? Oh. Why is there no microscope camera anymore? Oh, I'm an idiot. Okay. NEXCA 50. There we go.
Doesn't work. I don't think this cable actually works.
Can you hit the button again? I'm a dumbass. You actually had it right the first time.
No, it was on. It's still on.
My output may be set to the computer or something. All right.
Did it work? Did you have it for a second?
I think it was right the first way you had it before you adjusted it. I was an idiot and I had the wrong scene selected. Piece of shit. Oh, there we go.
No, that's you.
Wait, no, yeah, that is me. That's me again.
Plugged in.
Hey, that must be it because it's shaking back and forth from no signal to unsupported signal. Haha! Yeah, there's nothing missing. I don't know what you're talking about. What do you mean jumper wire?
No, that's Apple original. Yeah, Apple Ultrasonic Cleaning.
I think that's exactly the way it was supposed to be. There's no way in hell that anybody shorted it to ground, so the N channel to ground, so that the P channel would turn on because the CPU wasn't sending the signal required for the backlight.
No, nobody would actually do this.
That must have been Steve.
Very interesting. So the CPU is not calling for backlight.
The CPU is not calling for backlight, even though there's an image.
So this does have backlight then.
I tried forcing it to have backlight.
It still doesn't have backlight then?
Yeah, it's missing PWM as well.
Where's that come from?
CPU.
Son of a bitch.
I think you may just have to reset PRAM. There's a good chance that that's actually PRAM reset, and I didn't. That would suck because I actually just remembered that I forgot to reset PRAM. Ah, that would be terrible. Somebody said I watched that yesterday. Yeah, I spent an hour on that piece of crap yesterday. That's going to be really embarrassing if Paul fixes it in 20 minutes or 20 seconds by resetting PRAM. That would be sweet revenge for the fact that Paul spent half an hour on a machine today that would work if he used an 80-watt charger. Because one of his eBay chargers was claiming to be an 85-watt and was actually a 60.
By the way, let's try to just work it out.
Well, when the cables come, we'll have good ones. When the cables come from Amazon, we'll have good ones.
Oh, that's kind of annoying.
I know.
When the cables come, we're gonna plug them in, or are we gonna do the something just sparks?
Nothing sparks.
Oh, something just sparked on this cable. I want something this exact length.
Do you have the body for this?
The one I work, I looked at, yeah, here. Give it to Derek.
You put this back.
Put it in,
Put it back.
back to there.
Put this back.
Oh, this is donor.
This is that's donor shit. No, I just want to see if it works. And I actually am curious if Thunderbolt works now. Who am I kidding? Thunderbolt's probably going to be wrecked with a capital KT. I may actually go for Thunderbolt on this one. I'm gonna put. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the resistor back in. If this sees an SSD and works right now, I'm gonna go for gold. No, I think that the issue was that PP3V3S4 was shorted to ground, but I couldn't tell because it was hidden behind the transistor that was blown. So when I would check PP3v3S5, it wasn't shorted, and I didn't bother moving on to PP3v3S4 because it was turning on, so I assumed that every rail above S5 should have been there. But PP3v3S4 is only relevant for, I believe, Thunderbolt, which wasn't plugged in, and the keyboard and trackpad, which I wasn't testing since I was trying the computer outside of the case. That's a real troll. That's a that's a hardcore troll right there. Is Bengate still demonetized? No, I filed a claim. I was actually doing that while I was on this stream, and it must have went through since it came back. Okay, so let's see. Do you see an SSD? You do. All right, so we're going to go for Gusto, and I'm going to see if I can get this dude Thunderbolt. And just since I'm a nice guy, I'm going to charge him the same price that we agreed to if Thunderbolt doesn't work. See, who says I'm not a man of honor?
What screen were you using to test this?
There was a MacBook Air screen in here at some tester. Don't use the one that's inside of it because it kills connectors. Did you see what the screen that's inside of it looks like?
What about this solder bridge?
It's that's between 3 and 4. That's a friendly solder bridge. I hope you don't reset PRAM and make it work doing that. Can you at least wait until the stream ends to reset PRAM and make it work doing that? Save me some dignity. My battery's back? All right, batteries are back. Shit. Sorry about that. Batteries in the receiver died. So, now this was the board where what we did was we removed this resistor over here. Remember this in the Thunderbolt stream? We removed this resistor for Thunderbolt reset. Now this is where platform reset L is going to turn into multiple resets for multiple different circuits. It's going to unreset the SSD so the SSD circuit works. It's going to allow the webcam to work. It's going to allow the Wi-Fi to work. And it's going to allow Thunderbolt to work. Now, since all these Thunderbolts are tied together by 0-ohm resistors, if any one of these resets is being pulled down because of a chip in front of it being wrong for any reason, it'll stop them all from working. So what we did to jerry-rig this into working was in that original repair, what we did was we took SSD reset and we made sure this was attached, and then we removed them one by one to figure out which was pulling it down. We figured out it was Thunderbolt reset, so we removed Thunderbolt reset. Now, the issue in actuality may have just been that those capacitors that I missed because they were small, and I do believe I did a physical inspection of this board the first time around, and we didn't find that, were bad. So I'm going to put this resistor back and see that since we solved our problem in the Thunderbolt area with PP3v3S4 being short-circuited, if that's also going to solve our problem here. So I'm going to make a bold move here and put Thunderbolt back on the board. Let's see if I wind up regretting it. And I want to see if it's still going to pull down the SSD. I have a feeling that it's not going to pull down the SSD. I think that this is going to wind up having Thunderbolt just fine. These tweezers suck. Why do I keep destroying tweezers? I have to stop using them as scraping tools. I think I've scraped like 3 feedback vias already with that set of tweezers, so they're done for. Jess and I both have the same bad habit of using tweezers for things that tweezers are not meant to be used for. Alright, so we got the resistor in place. Now, if it boots up, if it sees the SSD when that's in place, that will mean that the little thing that we missed the first time around, and also shame on you, chat, shame on you, viewers, because you're supposed to tell me when I'm missing something. You know when I say, hey, can you all tell me if you see anything missing or messed up? Let's do a visual inspection and I go over it. You think that's just me? That's supposed to be all of you. That's supposed to be all of you. And what'd you do? You helped me out? Did you see that those 2 caps were shorted? Nope. For shame. All of you. For shame. You should all unsubscribe right now. Useless. Useless. Like you think that because I'm the person getting paid for the repair that I'm the one that should have to be paying attention. What the hell's wrong with you? I blame all of you. This is clearly your fault. Throws money at Lewis. Thank you, Fablos. Hey, those caps are shorted. Yeah, a little too late. A little too late. We're not friends. Let's not pretend that we... Okay. Let's see if we get a screen and if we get an Apple logo. So you've got a screen and we have an Apple logo. So, and that's with Thunderbolt connected. So now that gentleman from last week not only does he have a working SSD circuit, but he's got his Thunderbolt back. No thanks to my chat. No thanks to all of you. No thanks to all of you. And just because I'm the one getting paid for the repair, and you're the unpaid, uninformed viewer looking to learn, that doesn't mean that you're not equally, if not more culpable than I am in the fact that we didn't figure this out right the first time. If anything, you're more culpable because you were watching on a nice large screen and you weren't multitasking while I was. You all should have seen that. Absolute and utter shame on you all. No, I'm kidding. So this is pretty cool. This is pretty cool. This works, and we can move on to the next one. Chat failed. Time to sit in the corner. Yes. Okay. For once and for all, this can be reassembled. For the it was for sure your fault.
Say it on stream. That was not my
It was definitely your fault.
That was not
It was 110% your fault. Okay. Where was the bottom cover? Don't play this game now. All right. So make sure that that's back together before 8 o'clock in one piece, and then just. It was probably your fault. As my landlord, John Grossbard, would have said, it's probably something you guys did. It's probably something... Okay. So, with that, we're going to be done for today. I've had enough. And, yeah, I just did a video on the main channel about the people that like to deny that Bendgate is a thing. And it may be an interesting video. It is a longer video than what I've been producing lately, but it may be worth a watch. I made sure to include some interesting info in it, make sure that it keeps your interest, keeps you entertained a little, while delivering some interesting information about people who make really bad arguments. And, yep. See you in the next one. As always, thanks for viewing, except to all of you that missed the capacitor on the first stream. You can keep sitting in the corner, and I'll see you next time. See you next time.